Who would recognize this? Maybe you. Everyone has the right to education. Human Rights Act, Article 26, says all of us have to have access to education. And when you look at higher education shall be equally accessible to all on the basis of merit. Very important. Can you move to the next slide? I'll just link those two together. The Millennium Goal I was referring to that just came out between the 20 and the 22nd. New goals. Let's go through the goals. And I want to ask you if you see yourself in those goals and what your role in that goal would be. Because as African, you are a leader. Remember, you're the guardian of your society. Tomorrow you will be asked to be in charge, wherever you are. This is the new goal that the UN is setting. Number 1. Somebody wants to volunteer and just go through them?
I have a quick question.
Yes.
You said they recently came up with new millennium goals, but they're the same as the old millennium goals. Isn't that something?
Okay, well, that says on the website.
I'm saying it's an interesting, it's a side note, because it's an interesting comment because these have been the millennium goals for a long time.
And if you go on the website, they'll put the time frame is between 95 to achieve this. I think it's 1995 and 2025.
Right.
So
They extended to the
but they said these are new goals.
2010 or 2015.
Right, yeah.
I want to move through the part number 2, achieve universal primary education. This is where our problem starts. For Africa, the focus has been on primary education. And people believe by training the people at the bottom, you'll be able to, have everyone. Chances are, let's say you're a father, you have kids. One is he's like a master's student, or maybe he's finishing a bachelor, and one is in first grade. Among those two, who are you going to invest more in the African mindset? Because maybe things are different here. If you have a kid who's close to getting a job, and one who's just 5 is about to start school, who would you invest on? Like, who would you focus most of your money on?
I'd focus on the one who is close to get a job.
Why?
Because if he's close to get a job, and in the case he get a job later, he can later come and help the one who was in the first grade.
This should be natural. When you read the education, it says achieve universal primary education. If you looked at the millennium goal earlier, they were actually breaking down primary education for Africa. We've been working on primary education for Africa for the past how many years. It's not working because chances are you train 5,000 kids. In the process you lose many. Because number 1, those who are already at the university level don't have any job. They're the ones who are going to start a war. Not the one who's 5 years old. So you want to focus on the ones that are close to succeed. Give them a chance to develop themselves and give back to the country by creating jobs, better school, and everything. You don't want to depend on a system that focuses on primary education. So can we move to the next slide? Now, again, we're showing all these pictures. The reason I have this picture there, when I found this online, I was asking myself, these NGOs or whoever took this picture, does that lady there know that her picture will be shown all over the world? Because if you are her in this position, when you look at this picture, it's not your best day. It's not showing you on your best performance. Would you want the whole world to see you like that? So why is it that this picture is all around the world and nobody says anything? She doesn't have education, she can have access to internet, she doesn't even know her picture is being used. We come back to the same thing. So let's just move quickly through the thing. Roland said earlier, when you see an African kid, those are kids, do you see a potential PhD? Someone who's going to find a cure for whatever he's suffering from? Or do you see a kid who just needs a bag of rice? That's the question we didn't answer earlier. Myself, I see that this kid could have been me. So he could have been a PhD in petroleum engineering and doing research for ExxonMobil. Do you guys see that? Because
I'm
if
not
you
that opposed actually, because people just see the poverty, but then if you give that option of seeing the positive, that these people, these kids will grow and be and achieve whatever they want to achieve to come and help their country, help themselves, help their families. I think that's a good way of looking, because we always look at, oh, it's so bad, it's so poor, they're so poor. We don't think of the better outcome. I think that's a great approach.
So if I see a PhD out of that kid, I'll give him the tools to become a PhD.
Right.
That's right, yeah.
Mhm.
But if I see a kid who needs to, have rice and little things, primary need supplied every time throughout his whole life, then I'll give him those things. Now, I'm African. I know where I came from. I know people have skills. I know my friend, the one I referred to, if he'd been here, I don't know, maybe he would be maybe the next guy to discover something. We have the potential. The only thing is we don't get a chance to come, to go to universities and show what we know. He could have been the next guy who creates a Facebook type of software or design something. So my message really, we'll give the last one. My message really is to those who identify themselves as African or friends of Africa who have some kind of interest. There's something we can do. Number one, we need to see the potential in people. I was in Ivory Coast. I did my undergrad in Ivory Coast. I came here. Penn State is probably one of the top 5 universities in the field of petroleum engineering. As a matter of fact, our department, when I was there, when I came, it's the first department that started the petroleum engineering whole thing in the country. When John D. Rockefeller started his company about 2 hours away from there, so it's like one of the top. I went to school in Ivory Coast. My undergrad years, everything. I came in, I'm able to compete there and do research for ExxonMobil. So you can do it. Anybody there that I know, I wasn't the best on my class, I can tell you that. Actually, I have another friend who also was very brilliant. He didn't get a chance to come. Now, our job as African Student Association of Friends of Africa, maybe we can provide them an opportunity to come and show what they have. So at Penn State, something we came up with was we decided to form a committee and look back in our country and select people whom we believe qualify, just like us, and take their application form and whatever document they need to provide, and go to the university and look at these guys. They have the same skills that we have. They can perform, they can do research just like we do. Our goal is, for example, to provide a steady list of 50 people a year. If we do that, over 5 years, 50 times 5, you know how many that will be. And that will have a major impact on the company. So we came here to ask you guys if you would like to be part of something like that. Because if you do, you don't need very much. You just need 3-4 people to be committed to this one thing. All you need to do is send a few emails, contact university, tell them, look, another thing we focus on grad students, because if you look at the data, there are more undergrad than grad. And being in graduate school, you get an assistantship. So somebody who's really poor, he has good grades, he can come and show, you take the GRE, the TOEFL, give your application. Teachers want people who have good score. You can do the work. That's what everybody else is doing. Why can't we just do it? Instead of dancing, maybe we can dance and do that. When we bring both together, be the best of us. So there, I'll stop. That's the message I have for you.